Yo, welcome to another episode of Times Square Kung Fu. I am your host, Frankie Balboa, aka the Shogun Supreme, man. Y'all know the deal, y'all know the vibes, man. What's the vibes today? We got one amazing doubleheader for this episode, man. I'm going to be talking about the 1992 Gun and Rose and the 1993 Black Panther Warriors, both directed by Clarence Fok, who people know him for his amazing international certified classic, The Naked Killer. We're about to get into this. Alright. So from my previous episode, I was speaking about Return Engagement, produced by Alan Tang's short-lived in-gear film production. And I mentioned two films in that episode, Gun and Rose and Black Panther Warriors. And a lot of people were asking about it, especially when I posted some insane clips on my Twitter. So I said, you know what? Let me make a doubleheader episode on both of those films, because those three films, Return Engagement, Gun and Rose, and Black Panther Warriors, was definitely unique in the in-gear film production catalog, especially where he got Clarence to direct these two films. Now, Gun and Rose is a typical, triad, story, but it's very similar to the film Gladiator, where instead of picking his biological, son to run the family or to run the empire, and Gladiator, he picks his adopted son, which is played by Alan Tang. And you got, again, the same characters you see him use in his previous films. And like a Naked Killer, like Simon Yam is in this film, Carrie, Andy Lau. So you see a lot of real recurring actors that you saw in Return Engagement, in this film, and the next one that I'm going to speak later in this episode on Black Panther Warriors. So, but I'm not going to go too much about the story, because for me, again, I'm doing two films in this episode. The true highlights and why I want to share these films with you guys is the damn action. Yo, the action, from Return Engagement to Gun and Rose, is night and day. Seriously, the way he combines acrobatic moves, the gunplay, the environmental interaction is like no other from the in-gear film production and from during that time. But the action in this film is very on brand for Clarence Fok. If you guys seen Naked Killer, the stuff looks straight out of a freaking anime. The film looks grounded, has a serious tone, but then they go in psychotic with the action, flying all over the place. It looks straight up like an anime. Seriously, you see head stomps, all that type of flow in his movies. But in this one in particular, man, the way the guns look is straight Devil May Cry. The way he likes to use the article of clothing as weapons, something again that's very on brand for Clarence Fok. And yo, I'm telling you, man, when you see all this put together, man, it is one beautiful sequence, man. I mean, you have one scene in this film where there's a hit going on with motorcycles, and boy, man, that's at the tempo of what you expect in this film. The scenes are all different. You're not going to see the same type of fighting in a consistent basis. But that whole bike sequence, man, it looks straight out of freaking anime. Seriously, with the darts, the ropes, and the brutality and the gore, which he is known for doing. This guy is no joke. It looks something straight out of Fist of the North Star. It's I'm telling you, it's one heck of a film. Especially you have to remind yourself, wait, I'm watching a film that has a serious tone, but the action is straight wonky. I mean, there's a scene in this movie as well where it's straight out of a horror film. Seriously, you got this old man inside the house that reminds me of Resident Evil, and things are just freaking going straight up bloody, straight up brutal, to the point you see the little kid just grabs, now he doesn't grab, but you see the hand laid out and gets chopped up. They don't show that, but you get the idea of what this man was doing, you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised it's a real uncut version of this film, because we saw that when they finally released the uncut international cut of Naked Killer, would actually show more of the brutality, especially when you got Carrie's character, flying to the light pole, taking her dumbbells and crushing the guy's head. Before, when I first saw the first cut, you don't see the head exploding, but in the Hong Kong Legends DVD, yeah, you see it. You see it there. He went ham. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's an uncut of this film, man. So hopefully one of these boutique labels get the hands of these films, because I really hope, this era of in-gear film productions, they make a beautiful trilogy box set, because Return Engagement, as you guys saw on my last episode, is one heck of a film and I highly recommend it. Gun and Rose, super recommended. But one thing, like, it's really interesting is the pacing in this film, because Andy Lau doesn't shows up to, like I say, 30 minutes in the film, and when he shows up, the comedy aspect, starts happening, and he's like a dude who's mad nice, but he's suave, like he's doing these poses. He got this rockabilly, Top Gun, Tom Cruise feel going on with him, and you see that in one of the scenes when he gets introduced. And Andy Lau, as always, during this period in the early 90s, or even the 90s period, he's having way too much fun with his character, and of course, he's one heck of an actor. But yeah, when Andy Lau is introduced, man, the film changes and it goes back to this high tempo, serious tone that the film started with, and especially the final sequence. And that's one thing I mentioned in my previous video with Return Engagement. They know during this time, they save the best for last, and they go straight like, we don't care. Let's burn the rest of this budget, man. Stun guys, go break your backs, man. Do it for the culture. And that went super in, man. So I hope this film gets an HD transfer, and actually all Clarence films get an HD transfer, because I know for sure somebody's gonna pick up Naked Killer. That film is way too popular not to have a Blu-ray, and there's a lot of fans in that film. You know what I mean? So yeah, with that said, we're Gun and Rose, and I hope you guys enjoyed the clips that I was showing, because I'm telling you, there's more dope scenes in that film. I want to talk about the insane. I can't even describe this film. This film is just on crack. They really did crack and cocaine in this film, man. Like, it's wild, man. I want to talk about Black Panther Warriors right now. Peace. Yo, this film, man, Black Panther Warriors, or also known as Warriors, the Black Panther. I don't know where to begin, man. Like, I mean, even the way the film starts is pretty chaotic. like seriously, I mean the film, I'm gonna get straight to the point. Forget the story. You're not here for the story. I mean, the story is just straight, like, you got Alan Tang once again being the main dude. He's a known thief. He gets hired, but the thing is too complicated. He gets a crew that has superhero powers, man. Like, and I'm telling you straight up, the thing is dope. You got Simon Yam doing some Gambit stuff. You got Bridget Lin who doing some Bridget Lin stuff, man. You know what I mean? And then you got Carrie using like these whips and chains going in, and you got my homeboy where he has baby powers, man. Like, he takes a pacifier and just goes ham. Like, I'm gonna react to that clip, because that clip is just wild, man. But even the beginning of this film, the beginning of this film, I'm watching the star in the intro. Everybody's looking all cool and stuff, and you see Alan Tang on a motorcycle, and all of a sudden he's flying all over the place, and another homeboy with electric exploding boomerangs in the air, just swapping like two little kitty cats, and they're bouncing off walls like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, doing all this insane cut animation combos. Like, if you guys never seen Wang Jing's Future Cops, yeah, it's that level of insanity in this freaking film, man. Even the foreplay, you got to see when homeboy, is flirting with his white chick, and he, they're going back and forth. He shoots her bra off. She flings it back. And he's like, oh, yes. Like, yeah, it is just wild stuff, man. And again, this is during the tail end of Ingrid film production. And it's also like to know that during this time, and I mentioned this in one of my previous episodes, that Hong Kong cinema during this time of the 90s, especially on Wu Ping, the undercranking was insane. The fights looked so unbelievably silly and awesome at the same time. Like, it got away from more the realistic, grounded look, if that makes any sense, and it went straight anime levels of Dragon Ball insanity. And I know a lot of people, that's when it turned off from Hong Kong cinema. They like the stuff to be more realistic and more grounded, because I actually know people who didn't like where the action was headed with, Once Upon a Time in China, and some people who didn't like or enjoy Iron Monkey because how fast and silly it looks. I mean, they use actual dolls and they just fling them around. But I'm an anime head, like, who isn't? I play fighting games, and I love the level of creativity and insanity, and they're having fun. And if I'm entertained, I'm freaking entertained, man. So yeah, this film It's that level stuff. You're not here for the plot. You're here for the insanity. And I want to show you guys a clip that pretty much tells you how the action is in this film, and it gets even worse, man. So I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do a reaction clip. All right, man. Peace. All right, man. So I'm gonna. I'm hyped. I'm already hyped, man. I haven't even pressed play yet. So yeah, I'm gonna show you a scene here with Simon Yam, Bridget Lin, and carrying this, man. And you're gonna see what I mean, man. So I'm about to press play right now, cause I'm already hyped, bro. I'm already hyped, man. I can't even stop laughing right now. All right, so here we go now. All right, man. So you see all these ninjas do looking like the crazy 88s right here, man. And one thing is, a lot of things going on already. Oh, okay, let's go. All right, I'm shorty with the twirl and everything. And look at that. You see what I mean by the brutality? Look at yo, my man. Simon with the freaking X-rated, freaking gambit powers right here, man. And just look at this right here. Look at this. Look at Bridget looking all suave. And Simon freaking, oh my God, he's raving, son. He's raving. Let's go, man. Look at this. Look at this, man. We need this in a Marvel film when they actually introduce Gambit, yo. Look at this. Look at that pose right there, man. Here's the thing, though. They're doing this in a short room right here, man, which is wow, man. That was pretty dope right there. Like, look at this right here. Like, look at it, stack them bodies up, man. Let's go. With the counter right here, man. Let's go, man. And here we go. Here we go. Yo, my makeup, what is this, baby food? Like, what's going on here, man? That's what happens when you eat that Gerber baby stuff, man. Let's go, man. Man, hit him with the baby powder right there. Let's go, man. But yeah, Simon's so dope in this freaking scene right here. Look at this, man. What gravity. F that, man. And that's it. You need to look at these people because they're defining all types of gravity right here, man. But yeah, here you go. See, now they introduce the gunplay up in here and all that. My man looks like he's about to do a painting and all that, man, and shoot things up, man. But yeah, man. There's way more crazier stuff in this film, man. Like, seriously, man. So, yeah, man, we need this in HD. Come on. I know you guys want to see that in HD. Like, seriously, man. Like, come on now. So, yeah, once again, like I said, you're not watching this for the story. It's pretty out there, man. But the action is insanely fun, man. So, yeah, I'm going to wrap this up, man, and give you guys my final thoughts. All right, man? Peace. All right, there you have it, man. That was Gun and Rose and, Warriors, Black Panthers. And hope you guys enjoyed those clips. And hopefully these films actually do get picked up, man. I personally would love to see a box set of Return Engagement, Gun and Rose, and Black Panther Warriors, man. Because it's very unique in the In-Gear film production catalog, and they're just one heck of a freaking films, man. It was just straight up fun. And I enjoyed all three, even rewatching these films recently, But Clarence is an amazing director. I mean, he did Special ID with Donnie Yen, which is a great, wow film. If you guys, love Donnie Yen, who doesn't, you will definitely love that freaking film, man. That's when you see him do his crazy German suplex films, moves in it, And also, what's interesting about that film, like, I think it was supposed to be based on the video game Sleeping Dogs, because Donnie Yen is a big fan of that franchise, and I think he was shopping to make a film about that game. So yeah, if you guys love Sleeping Dogs, the game, man, definitely check out Special ID. But yeah, like I was saying, like Clarence did a lot of amazing films during his time, man. Thunder Cops, Naked Killer, Iceman Kamef with Yung Bao. And yeah, man, the man did a lot of great stuff, and hopefully he'll be the next director that gets shine. I know, like, we're in a great state for, like, Hong Kong cinema right now. Everybody's picking things up, but you can't release all these films at once, So we're gonna be good for the next few years, especially how much love 88 Films, Eureka, now that Vinegar Syndrome is getting involved with this, man. So yeah, and Arrow as well. So we have a lot of distributors out there, and they're showing love to these films. So, once again, hopefully somebody will pick them up, and we're gonna get in there, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna get in there. But I hope Naked Killer comes out soon, man. Like, I'm a huge fan of that film. I own so many different versions of it. I own the Laserdisc now, which I'm super happy about. The Hong Kong Legends DVD, the Media Asia one. There's so many different cuts of this film, man. So hopefully we get one crazy hybrid cut. But, with that said, man, like, share, and subscribe. You already know, man. Until the next one. Peace. Peace.